Before developers around the world used Kickstarter to get some of their games funded, there were things like petitions that went around. Operation Rainfall was a big one that brought Xenoblade Chronicles to the Wii, and that was a big success. And now it is out for the new 3DS in 3D. What do you think, my friend?
Well, I saw the review that you did with Scott for the one.
We aired it not too long ago.
Yeah, not too long ago, which was interesting. I didn't think that Scott would like a game like this, but he actually got into it.
It kind of overcomes you. It's a big game, and there's a lot of stuff to do and enjoy and appreciate in this game.
This game is huge, but I absolutely love when a JRPG throws me into this amazing battle that happens off the top, and it usually happens with all of them, unless some kind of amnesia happens, and then you have to start learning the backstory. But
there's always the chosen one.
I know, it's true. This one, there is a chosen one for sure, Shulk. But you get thrown into it, and you get to see this beautiful story that unfolds between different characters that I'm getting to know for the first time because I didn't play this game.
Yeah, the giant Titan-like creations. One's a Bionus and one's a Mechonus, so it's biology versus mechanical. That age-old story. And they are Titans that fight forever, for eternity, until finally they fall against each other and die together with their swords in each other. And then little civilizations pop up on the tops of these giant creatures.
No matter how many times I see this, I never get used to it.
We're jumping into this game and getting to know this new character. For me, he's new. I do like him, though. He has personality, and so do all the other characters around him. They all have their own individual personalities that I really fall
charming
into.
accents.
Look, it's Bionis.
I think they're English, you think they're Australian. They're charming, and they're different than what we're used to, which is usually very Americanized. Not that the American voice actors are doing a poor job, but I'm just used to lots of squealing, girly voice types. And
okay, I don't know what you're trying to say
and
right now.
some androgynous male types as well. But this sounds a little bit different. I like the voices, and I liked the storytelling, but I don't know if it's the story really that makes me appreciate the game. I think this is pretty solid gameplay. And there's this giant, awesome sword that comes into play later on, too, which starts to wipe out some of the enemies in a very fulfilling and satisfying way.
It is, but you have to wait for that baby to charge up.
You do.
I do love that, though. I love that you're managing these power-ups, but your character is fighting already for you. Like, you don't need to worry about that. You just need to worry about managing everything else, which is still a lot. There's a lot of management happening here. So the story is not the sell here, though. The fighting and the exploration is.
Not crazy about the UI, not crazy about having to lift my eyes off of either screen to manage my hit points, and
especially
also
when you're not using the touchscreen.
Yeah, you're not using the touchscreen, and there's a lot of timed events as well that you miss because your eyes are bouncing all over the place, and the 3D isn't that effective when you've got mushy, muddy, Wii caliber SD visuals like this. So some of the textural stuff is a little bit hard to read.
Yeah.
It's not great on the 3DS, apart from the fact that it's a pretty great game. I preferred playing it on the Wii, but I think it's such a cool experience to be able to walk around with you. It's a must-buy if you've got the new 3DS.
It's a must-buy if you love JRPGs and if you have a new 3DS.
Right.
That's just the bottom line. If you like both of those things, if you have a new 3DS, then this game is for you. If you have never played a JRPG before, I wouldn't suggest jumping into this one. It's too much. It's a lot to handle. But
it's really well made. What are you gonna give it?
A 7.5.
Gets an 8 from me.